So thank you very much for your presence. And now I am Yasushi TONAGA, the director of Kenan Rifai Center for Sufi Studies at Kyoto University. And my specialty is Sufism, especially the school of Ibn Arabi is my own topic. When I was an undergraduate student, I studied work by Ibn Arabi, and then in the master's thesis I wrote something based on the Kashani's and the Kaisari's works, and then I have continued my own study of Sufi studies. And very fortunately we were donated by the Kerim Foundation to establish a new center. I believe that our center is only for Sufi studies. I believe this is the first center mainly aimed to Sufi studies in Japan. So we really appreciate the support from the foundation.
Hocam teşekkür ederiz. Açıldığından bugüne kadar neler yapıldı bu Sufi Study Center'da?
In the past, you mean, or in the yes, okay. So we established this center in actually April of this academic year. In 2016, because in Japan April is the beginning of the academic year, and so half a year have passed until now, and so. Mainly, we concentrated on making the basis of the center, and so we have collected several works which are needed for Sufi studies, and also because most of the Japanese researches which have been done until now are not known worldwide. That's why. In this a couple of months, we concentrated on editing the catalog of the Japanese studies of Sufism, Tariqa, and saint worship.
Teşekkür ederiz hocam. Bu 2 günlük çalışmayı değerlendirsek hocam, neler izlenimleriniz?
So we were very much pleased and satisfied with this precious chance. I really enjoyed these 2 days of conference. The first day was open to the public, and we had 2 panels, and one by Japanese scholars, and the second was by Turkish scholars. And all the presentations were excellent, and we can. I believe that this should be the starting point of the collaboration between Turkey and Japan in academic sense. And so today, the second day, we were talking about the translation program. I believe that this is one of the most important jobs, collaborative jobs between us. And I believe that we will produce fruitful productions from this joint workshop.
Teşekkür ederiz hocam. Bu tercüme ile alakalı bir workshop yaptık. Buna dair neler söyleyebilirsiniz?
About the translation programs, so today's discussion was like this. So we can divide this project into 3 parts. One is from the material sources to material language. Material language to material language. The second one was from the material language to English, and the third one is vice versa. So from English to material language, and I believe that all of them are very important. But we agreed that we will start the 3 of them at the same time, but we expect the term different from each other. One is a short-term program. That's why once we start, we will finish it earlier than the other two programs. And so I believe that this is a very smart way to conduct the big project by dividing the three stages, and we can finish one by one.
Hocam teşekkür ederiz. Şimdi bu Sufizm çalışmaları kapsamında, tasavvuf çalışmaları kapsamında Osmanlı tasavvuf külliyatı nerede duruyor sizin için? Ne anlam ifade ediyor? Önemi nedir sizin açınızdan?
Actually, in Japan, Sufi studies in Japan have concentrated on only Arabic and Persian materials. We didn't pay any attention to Ottoman Turkish materials. And I believe that I am one of the first academicians in Japan who found the importance of Ottoman Turkish in the Islamic thought. And under my supervision, there are more and more students who are interested in Sufism in Ottoman period. And I believe that the Sufi studies using the Ottoman Turkish materials as well as Arabic and Persian will be flourishing in the next future. And also, how can I say more? We are now planning to collect as many as Ottoman Turkish books, both in the printed styles and the manuscripts. And of course, as for the manuscripts, we will take the photocopy of that. And so these days, it becomes easier and easier. When I first came here in '87, it was very difficult to take the photocopy of the manuscripts. But these days, it's very easy, for example, to go to Süleymaniye Kütüphanesi. It takes only 20 minutes to take a copy of the precious manuscript. So it helps us a lot. And so we must accumulate as many as books and manuscripts in Kyoto University. This helps, I believe, this helps us a lot in the progress of Sufi studies in the Ottoman period in Japan.
Bununla bağlantılı hocam, üniversitede ne kadar bir şey vardır? Sufi studies dair kitap vardır koleksiyondan. Sayı olarak bir sayı vardır.
First of all, I'd like to say that Kyoto University is proud of its amount of Arabic books as well as Urdu books also. We have, quantitatively speaking, our collection of Arabic and Urdu is the number one in Japan. And as for the number, the total number of Arabic books is more than 200,000 books. 20,000 books only in the printed style forms, and the Urdu books are also in the same amount. And statistically, I don't know the exact ratio of the Sufi books among them, but I believe that at least 1/3 or maybe half of our Arabic books are about Sufi studies.
What about Turkish books?
Ottoman Turkish books. All of the Turkish books are about Sufism because I myself collected them, and the amount is much less than Arabic one, but it's still I think that 3,000, 4,000. It is not enough, so we'd like to, our center can accumulate more books written in Ottoman Turkish and contemporary Turkish also.
Teşekkür ederiz. Bir de hocam orada verilen dersler, hani Sufi Studies Center kapsamında lisans, yüksek lisans düzeyinde verilen dersler, bunlardan biraz bahsedelim.
Actually, we don't have undergraduate level because our graduate school is so-called, in Japan it is called independent graduate school. That means which doesn't have undergraduate course. So we have only, we have a special system. Our graduate school is not divided into two parts, master's course and doctoral course, but it is 5-year doctoral course. And so every year we allow 3 students to enter our department. Department of Islamic, it is called Islamic World Studies. And almost half of them are studying about Sufism in Asian countries. Some of them are interested in Arabic Sufi studies. I mean, the Sufi studies are Sufism in Arab countries, and some others are in Iran. And more students are interested in Sufism in Ottoman Turkish, Ottoman period.